The following is a presentation of SportsGroove TV and Heritage Sports Radio Network, the voice of HBCU sports.
After 4 years of unprecedented success, Todd Bozeman and Morgan State are struggling. And after a well-publicized suspension which made national headlines, Bozeman is back on the sidelines, but the Bears continue to struggle. In his first public comment since returning to the Morgan State bench, Todd Bozeman talks with yours truly, Mark Gray, on the HBCU Sports Nation. How frustrating is this season? Your team's so close in so many games and can't seem to get over the hump.
Well, I would say it's probably been the most challenging season I've had, but I just look at it as you either have success or you have or you're learning. So you're either succeeding or you're learning, and that's the way I'm looking at it. So just learning how to deal with a situation like this and trying to stay positive for the guys, or staying positive, not trying to stay positive, because I just keep telling the guys, these are lessons that we learned in this, and you gotta keep fighting. It's very similar to life. So sometimes it gets lost in the fact that if you're having a lot of success, it gets lost in there that these are life lessons, and sometimes in the successes, guys don't see it. So when you're learning, that's when you need to understand. And right now, we need to grasp onto something. Just like in life, if you're having a tough stretch, you got to be able to grasp onto something and fight through. So that's kind of where we are, and that's kind of the way I approach it.
Just from a straight basketball standpoint, what do you think this team is learning? What must they learn in order for you to try to make that run in the tournament?
I would say that our discipline, being able to defend and being better defenders, rebounding. There's a lot of things, and just us being able to execute and follow through with the game plan all the way out. If you have a plan, you got to follow it all the way. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. You can't start settling, and you got to stick to the plan. So when you have a plan, you got to stick to it and just work to fight through it.
Have you mellowed a little bit since the beginning of the season? You sit down a lot more on the sidelines now. You seem a lot more calmer in terms of handling these challenges, especially after the success that you had. I know the losing has to be killing you on the inside.
Well, I'm typically that way as a person. So when stuff is going crazy around me, I tend to settle down and think. And then when it's not, and I'm trying to lift it up and to get the emotion going and get the passion going. So that's just me. That's just how I operate. So typically that's how I am anyway in life. That's how I am. Like you see me there now. But it doesn't do me any good to rant and rave and scream at the guys. It's not. They're not. It's not like they're doing it on purpose, and I'm trying to teach them. So, I gotta stay focused on that part of it.
Todd, how close are you guys, though? You losing games inside 5 points. You're right in games, but if teams are leading you according to the stats inside the last 3 minutes, you haven't been able to get over the hump.
Early in the season, you lose a game by 1, which we did. We missed free throws, missed a layup when we lost by 1, and then we lost a game by 2. Then we got. Those games you can't just go, okay, well, we get them next time. No, you got to go, hold on, wait a minute. What do we learn from this that we got to make sure we're in this situation again, that we follow through with it? So a lot of times you hear me in the huddles tell the guys, come on, man, we've been here before. We've been here. We've been in this situation. So there's no need to be nervous, no need to panic. Just stay focused, and it'll come through. It'll come through. It'll. If you remember a couple years ago and I think it was our second year, Coppin had a season similar to this. It might even been worse. And then at the end, they just got on a run, and they ran through the league and won and beat us in the championship game. So, it's a matter of how you handle the adversity.
That was a life lesson then. Had to be a tough loss, and looks like the lessons of life away from the basketball court are going to be what sustains this team as you head towards March.
Yeah, well, you hope so. You hope you get something out of it, and you grow and you get better. And even if not, hopefully for the young guys, we got some good play out of Shaq, and and Blake is real steady, and JB and Big Slew, Ian, I'm calling nicknames out. But we just gotta keep pushing, but it'll get better.
Todd Bozeman, always positive here at Morgan State.
This has been a presentation of SportsGroove TV and Heritage Sports Radio Network, the voice of HBCU sports.